Many thanks, Debola. We also have yet again in the studio Acting Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, Armstrong Idachaba, to shed more light on fake news and curbing the spread of COVID-19. Glad you could join us today.
Thank you very much, Nanji. Good to be here.
All right. So, what is your take, on the continuous spreading of wrong and false information in the country, despite government's efforts to curtail the spread of coronavirus?
Again, it's unfortunate that even at times of serious national emergency, at a time where the whole world is standing in awe of an attack that has come upon humanity, that a few people will still engage in the very disingenuous effort to manipulate news and create fake news. Again, I listened to the background report that you gave to this interview, where my minister, the Honorable Minister for Information and Culture, was expressing his disgust, so to say, at the efforts at fake news. Basically, fake news, even if you check the ordinary definition, is about disinformation, manipulative disinformation, and it is deliberate. The question to ask is, why will people, even at times of national emergency, want to disinform, want to create problems, want to manipulate and distort reality? Of course, it's a very disturbing trend. But you can see that it's not only limited to Nigeria. It appears to be also some form of evil global pandemic. People engaging increasingly in efforts to deconstruct humanity, and that's not good for society.
Okay, Professor Armstrong, most of these fake news are transmitted on our media outfits in the country. What is your organization doing, or has there been any sanction yet?
Well, if you monitor closely, and I think the minister also alluded to that point, that it appears that the major platform for dissemination of fake news, basically, as we are seeing increasingly, is with the social media, the websites. The traditional media, of course, have also had to, once in a while, engage in fake news. Most of them, from what we have observed, apparently relying on social media sources. But again, it doesn't erase the criminality or the unprofessional, unethical conduct of any media purveyor who engages in disseminating falsehood. What have we done in Nigeria? At the beginning of the pandemic, if we were following, the NBC issued a circular to all broadcast stations warning sternly that will not tolerate any acts of dissemination of fake news. That is even emphasized and enunciated clearly even before now in the broadcasting code. And in times past, we have actually sanctioned broadcast stations for breaching. Just to bring you up to speed, the day before yesterday, in spite of the warning of the NBC, a few recalcitrant broadcast stations in Nigeria engaged in fake news, and they have been rightly sanctioned.
All right. One very important thing, up until now, some stations are yet to obey the order of allowing local TV stations to remain on, even at the expiration of subscriptions. What are you doing about this?
Well, again, this was one of the interventions of the regulator, the NBC, to ensure that at the time of this emergency, Nigerians are not precluded or isolated from basic information requirements. So the NBC instructed, more or less directed, that all pay TV platforms should make the local channels available. Of course, there's a high degree of compliance. I can tell you that the DSTV platform and GoTV have 5 of our local channels airing as we speak. Incidentally, all the 5 are NTA channels. There's NTA International, your channel is there, NTA Parliament, NTA News, NTA Entertainment, and NTA Knowledge, and a few. So there are 5 NTA channels open on the bouquet of DSTV, but also on the Star Times platform. They have also NTA Open. They have AIT channels and a few other local channels. And on the free TV proposition, That's the one that's run by the federal government of Nigeria, the free TV proposition. All the 26 to 36 channels are operating free as we speak. But again, one must acknowledge that broadcasters generally, including pay TV operators in this country, have shown uncommon patriotism. Don't forget, they have had to reschedule and abandon their regular programming schedule just to create regular upbeat information for citizens. Some of them, including even the DSTV, had to make donations. The DSTV made about 200 million naira donation, also donated some airtime for creation of some jingles and advertising, which almost all the stations have also done, creating jingles on their own.
Okay, Professor Idachaba, we want to thank you very much for being with us on the news tonight. We do hope that when next we call on you, you'll still oblige us.
Thank you so very much.
All right, and moving on now, President Muhammadu Buhari wholeheartedly thanks Nigerians for their patience, resolve, and strong determination to defeat the coronavirus.